Namaste, dear friends. Welcome to today's meditation session. The theme for today's meditation and affirmation is work. Now, it is interesting that how can we meditate on work? The important thing is that from the moment we are born till the moment we die, we are engaged in some kind of work, or the universe, we can say, does some work through us. Whether it is done consciously or unconsciously, intentionally or unintentionally, willingly or unwillingly, yet our bodies, our breathing, our minds continue to move, continue to do certain types of work in this world. So the question arises then, if we have to do work anyway, and that's what the Bhagavad Gita also says, then should we be doing that work willingly and happily? And what are the attitudes that we should develop so that we gain joy and happiness out of the work that we are doing, instead of feeling sad or, feeling burdened by our work? So the first and foremost attitude is to remember that who has given us this work to do. In fact, whose world is this? Who has made us? Who has given us the power to do these duties, and who has made these duties? Of course, the answer to all of these questions is the one Lord. So if God is the doer, and if we can remember that, if we can think of God before we start acting or working, if we can think of God while we are working, and if we can think of God all the time, because He is the doer, everything is happening by the will of the doer, God. The second thing that we should keep in mind is, let's ask ourselves, do we think of our work as drudgery, or do we think of it as service? Now, if we want to gain certain happiness out of our work, we might as well think that it is for service, because the more I think of it as drudgery, and why does it feel drudgery and burdensome? Because all the time I am thinking, what am I getting out of this work? What will be the end result of this work? And what about me? What about me? What about me? This is our thought. And that is why this work is burdensome. But the moment we think that this is God's work and these are God's children, and I want to just serve them, that sense of service will give us a sense of happiness, satisfaction, and completeness, which we are actually seeking from the work that we do. The third thing, of course, is, as the Gita advises, Krishna says that we must act to the best of our capability, yet we should not have any, expectations of specific fruits of action from our work. That means we should offer all our labor to God and let Him decide what is going to come out of that action. And it is important that we don't think of the fruit of action just in terms of money, because more than money, yes, money has some importance and it is required to function in this world. But more than money, most of the time, we want peace of mind. We want friendly, company. We want the joy of the heart. We want higher wisdom. So let God decide what fruits He is going to give you of the labor that you put in. And finally, whatever work we do, we should do it with full attention, with full willingness and full joyfulness. And why should we do that? Because, let me narrate a story from Yogananda ji's time. So I'm remembering this story where Master had asked the monks to build a building. And they were now in the process of creating the roof for that building. And they were putting in certain tiles or slides over which the actual roof had to finally come. So when they were nailing those tiles and plates, one of the monks was very carefully putting those nails very symmetrically, very beautifully, very aesthetically. And one of the other monks remarked to him that nobody's going to be seeing this. Why are you doing it like this? He said, but God is always seeing me. And of course, He's always seeing the work. And that is the truth. Even if no one is going to see what you are doing, but God is the eternal witness. He is always watching what is our intent in doing the work, what is our attitude in doing the work, how we are actually executing our work, and whether we are doing it willingly and joyously or not. So God is always watching. And just to put yourself, let's say you are the boss of a big company. What would you expect of your employees? Wouldn't you want them to do their work well? Yes. Wouldn't you want them to do it in time? Yes. Wouldn't you want them to be smart and, be creative about the work that has been given? Yes. And simultaneously, wouldn't you want them to be happily and enthusiastically doing, their work? Of course, if you as a human boss this is what you expect out of your employees, then who is our true employer? God is the real boss. God is our true employer. And we should remember this all the time. And if we remember this, I think our attitude towards work will automatically change. So friends, we will begin our meditation session. But before we just begin our session, I want you to just take a moment, close your eyes, and think about a current challenge or an obstacle or difficulty or a project, probably a presentation, something that you have to just do in the near future, or any difficulty that you're facing in your work day on a daily basis. Just bring that to the surface of your mind, and we'll use this again in a few moments. So let us begin our session, friends, with a prayer. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, friend, beloved God, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Mahashaya, Swami Shri Yukteswar Ji, beloved Gurudev Paramhansa Yogananda Ji, saints and sages of all religions, humbly we bow at thy feet. My Lord, my hands were made to serve thee willingly, to remain folded in adoration, waiting for thy coming. And then when thou comest, to bathe thy feet with my tears. My heart was made to respond to thy call alone. My soul was made to be the channel through which thy love might flow uninterruptedly into all thirsty souls. Om. Let us now invoke the presence of the Gurus by singing the hymn to Brahma and a chant. Use this time to settle your energy, to come to the present moment, be centered, and with each breath try to focus at the point between the eyebrows. If you feel to, you may sing along with me. From joy I came, for joy I live, in sacred joy I melt again. From joy I came, for joy I live, in sacred joy I melt again. From joy I came, for joy I live, in sacred joy I melt again. From joy I came, for joy I live, in us offer this centered energy, our love and joy to the Gurus. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyadilakshayam Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Triguna-rahitam Sadgurum Tvam Namami. Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu cha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravidam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Let us check that our posture is meditative, our spine is straight, the body is relaxed, the shoulders, the neck, the face are relaxed. Gently smile to yourself. Relax the lower and upper eyelids and the frown on the forehead. Gaze your attention upwards. Gently lift up your eyeballs upwards behind closed eyelids. And if you find it comfortable, focus at the spiritual eye. Now let us take a few deep diaphragmatic breaths to activate our parasympathetic nervous system and to relax from within. Let us inhale a deep breath in through the nose, expanding the abdomen, filling the lower chest and the lung apices. Exhale out long deep breath from the nose. In a wave, expel air from the upper chest, the lower chest, and then finish the exhalation by pulling in the navel. Inhale, long deep breath, expand the abdomen, the lower chest, and the upper chest. Pause at the point between the eyebrows. Exhale, upper chest, lower chest, and finish the exhalation by drawing in the abdominal wall. Inhale, long deep breath. Fill yourself with energy, vitality. Pause at the end of the inhalation. Gaze upwards. Exhale, long deep breath. One last breath at your own pace. You may open your eyes for just a moment so that you can visualize my hand, which is now in Vishnu Mudra. Today we are going to do the Anulom Vilom Pranayam. We are smoothly going to get into this pranayam. And so what we are going to do is when I'm going to close my right nostril with my thumb. So maybe you are seeing a mirror image, but I'm using my right hand, okay? So as I close my right nostril, I will inhale to a count of 6. Then I will close both nostrils, focus at the point between the eyebrows. To start with, I will pause for a count of 3. And then I will open the right nostril and exhale through right. Count of 6. Inhale, a count of 6. Pause and close, count of 3. Exhale, count of 6 from left. I will guide you. So you may now close your eyes. Bring your hands in Vishnu Mudra. If this is difficult, then you can simply use these 2 fingers at the spiritual eye and use your thumb and 2 fingers like this. Okay. So let us begin the inhalation. I will count for you. Close your right nostril with the thumb. Inhale through left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause, close both nostrils, look up. 1, 2, 3. Open right nostril, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause and close. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Exhale left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. 1, 2, 3. Exhale right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. 1, 2, 3. Exhale left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One last round. Inhale left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. 1, 2, 3. Exhale right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. 1, 2, 3. Exhale left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now bring your hand down and allow your breath to flow as it may. For the next couple of breaths, you may simply try to prolong your exhalation more than the inhalation. So let's inhale together, a simple breathing in through the nose. Exhale out again through the nose. but let the length of the exhalation be a little longer than your inhalation. Inhale. Gaze up. Exhale. A little prolonged exhalation. One last time. Inhale. Gaze up. Exhale, long, deep breath from the nose. To finish the exhalation, 3 short breaths from the mouth like this. Bring your attention to the spiritual eye. Allow your breath to flow naturally and freely. Watch the incoming breath. Feel it in your nasal passages. Exhale and feel the warm exhaling air in the nasal passages. Do not exercise any control over your breathing. The body knows when to breathe. Feel that the inhaling breath is making the sound Hong, H-O-N-G. The exhaling breath is making the sound Saw, S-A-U. These seed sounds are the very sound of the vibration of prana with inhalation and exhalation. When the next inhalation begins spontaneously, mentally chant Hong, matching the length of the breath. H-O-N-G, Hong. When the exhalation begins on its own, mentally chant Saw, matching the length of the mantra and the breath. The pauses will come. Enjoy the pause. The pauses are the points of no breath and no thought. If you have too many thoughts running here and there, gently again lift up your gaze and fix it. Mentally step back and become a witness of your flowing breath. Watch it come and watch it go. Mentally follow the breath with Hong and So. I am He. I am that. Aham Saha. Hong So. Let us practice Hong So for a few minutes. If the mind wanders, bring it back. Now let us leave the technique of Hong So aside, let us simply be in this present moment. Gaze upwards behind closed eyelids and feel that your mental sky is like a screen. On the screen of your mental sky, clearly visualize your normal working day. We are using visualization techniques. Try to be as vivid as possible, using all the powers of your senses. Visualize that it is morning and you have woken up. You're carrying out the normal daily tasks of early morning. You get dressed as you normally do. Have your tea, coffee, or breakfast. Then take out your car keys or call a cab or go by metro. Or those who are working from home, go towards your workstation at home. And those who are homemakers, go to your workplace as a kitchen or a cleaning area or whatever work you do normally. Go into that zone. And the office goers may go into their offices, their buildings, their floors. Walk into your office, to your room, to your desk. Sit on your chair, keep your belongings. As you sit on your office chair, you are keenly attentive of all the sounds that are coming from around you. The sound of people talking, the humming of the AC and the fan, the keyboards clicking around. Take a moment to ask yourself, what do I want to bring to work today? Do I want to bring in peace and harmony? Do I want synchronicity? Do I want successful completion to my task? Or do I want all of these? Set your intent. Keep focusing at the spiritual eye. You are still in office, on your chair. Do not bother if anybody is looking at you or not. You are gazing up at the spiritual eye. You are feeling the energy at the spiritual eye. With every breath, as you sit in office, as you inhale in, you expand the energy of the spiritual eye. You feel a more centered and calm energy there. And as you exhale, that energy spreads out through your body, through your aura, out into the office. With the next breath in, the power and energy of your spiritual eye is increasing. More and more with every breath, till you feel that you are centered in your spiritual eye. From your spiritual eye now, say to the Lord that you want to bring inspiration and creativity to your work. And again, bring to your mind the particular task or difficulty that you had thought of earlier. You want to get through that task or job or challenge. Offer that task up into the infinite through your spiritual eye. Give it to the omnipotent Lord, all-knowing universal intelligence. Once you have offered it there, relax your thought process. Simply be attentive to the space of the mental sky behind closed eyelids. If thoughts come, allow them to come and allow them to go. Just observe the thoughts that you're having without engaging with them. Any one of these thoughts may carry the answer to your problem. You may receive it now in the meditation or in the coming few days. But relax. Trust that God's omnipotence has all the answers. You only need to go into your own silence to receive them. Take a long deep breath in. And with the exhalation now, bring your energy from the spiritual eye to your heart chakra. And relax in the heart. You may still have thoughts in your mental sky. Just allow them to come and go. Observe, but be relaxed in your heart. Keep observing the ideas, the thoughts that are emerging as a witness from a distance. Enjoy your inner silence and this ability to see from a distance, to detach a little bit from your work and its problems. Then, as you rest in your heart, say thank you to the Lord for these experiences, these work challenges, because it is these difficulties that bring out the best in you. Thank you, Lord, for all these experiences and the lessons that I learned from them. Lord, as I go about my work, I will reason, I will will, I will act. But guide thou my reason, will, and activity to the right solution, to the right path. Help me, Lord, to be calmly active and actively calm. And help me, Lord, to share this divine calmness with all my friends, my colleagues, my team, my boss, and everyone in my office and workplace. Say a gentle prayer for all your colleagues. Be mentally alert about their presence around you. And say them subtly to all of them. May you all be successful in your endeavors. May you all feel valued and supported. May we achieve success walking together as friends, as partners, as one team. And may we all feel the happiness of working together in a serviceful attitude and offering it to God. Smile to yourself for invoking the creativity, the inspiration of the universe, and simultaneously sharing your peace and calm with all your friends and colleagues. As we enjoy this silence, let us hear a few thoughts on work by Swami Kriyananda. Work should be done with a creative attitude, never for the sake of selfish gain, but for the chance it gives us to help create a better world. Those who work with the thought of pay live in the future. They lose the habit of living here and now, where alone true happiness can be found. Work should always be done as well as possible, not out of self-conceit, but in gratitude for the free gift of life, of sunshine, of water, of air, and in gratitude simply for our God-given power to be useful to our fellow men. Let us do the following affirmation a few times. I will do my work, thinking of Thee, Lord. I offer to Thee the very best that is in me. I will do my work, Lord, thinking of Thee. I offer to Thee the very best that is in me. I will do my work, thinking of Thee, Lord. I offer to Thee the very best that is in me. Mentally follow this prayer. Beloved Lord, who so wonderfully created the high snowy mountains, the bounding rivers, the colorful fragrant flowers, the vast heaving oceans, and the distant glittering stars, manifest through me thy perfect joy. Om. Let us share, dear friends, the blessings that we have received with souls everywhere. Let us pray together. Divine Mother, Thou art omnipresent. Thou art in all thy children. Manifest thy healing presence in all bodies, all minds, and all souls. Om. 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 Divine Mother, beloved Gurus, may thy love shine forever on the sanctuary of our devotion, and may we be able to awaken thy love in all true hearts. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.